Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now today, again, a bit of a leak from MCOC Player 920. We're actually going to go over a couple more of his posts because there appears to be quite a lot of interesting stuff that he will be beginning to, reveal shortly. But today we are going to be talking about one of the 3 buffs, in my opinion, that are meant to be coming out in December. That's right, December should have 3 buff champions because in October Kabam promised us 6 buffs by December, and we know that 2 of them were Purgatory and Medusa, so that's a Mystic and a Cosmic champion. Then in November we got Black Panther Civil War skill champion. That means that there are 3 of them remaining, and all of them should be coming in December. We have Mystic, Cosmic, and Skill class that already received a buff. We have Science, Tech, and Mutant remaining. Now we know the Science champion, more than likely. He does not guarantee that this is one of the Glorious Guardians buffs coming in December. He says it will either be coming in December or in May with the release of the Thunderbolts movie, because Sentry is featured in that movie. I do, however, think it is likely the December. So, Sentry is getting a rework. The approximate release date is not known. It's either December, again, or in May with the release of the Thunderbolts movie. And the addition of Yelena Belova to the game. So Yelena to the Black Widow, the blonde one, the Little Widow, the adopted sister of Black Widow, kind of. Basically, you all know who Yelena is if you have watched the MCU. It won't be possible to tell completely about the updated abilities because the information I received is in the semi-readable form, and accurately describe what it is a difficult task. But still, managed to subtract a couple of interesting points. The Sentry will receive charges, and with the help of the charges he will be able to activate the ability before the battle, called Solar Form. Could be something Human Torch-ish, who knows? Brilliant Might is also associated with this form. Didn't really understand what that might be. We will be able to receive a Bulwark buff. Either way, I think I will not be alone in saying that Serpent is historically regarded as one of the biggest fails by MCOC. As in champions that should be amazing and just isn't. Now, obviously, over time we kind of learned that the comic book power level has very little to do with the correlation of the power in the game. A lot of the strongest champions in this game have been like regular human with no abilities, like, you know, Nick Fury, for instance, and so on and so forth, like champions that were nowhere near as powerful, let's say, in the comics or the movies. And then we got a whole bunch of champions that we were super overhyped. Some of them delivered, like, you know, Dr. Doom or Onslaught, APOC, and some of them didn't. Silver Surfer comes to mind. He's not bad. I actually like Silver Surfer, but he's not dominating, you know. Odin again is not a bad champion. He's kind of solid, but he's not the all-father, you know. We don't have a single great Thor in game, for instance, so on and so forth. And then there was Sentry, an OP comic book character that has never once been regarded as a good champion in this game, even remotely good. To Silver Surfer and Odin and so on and so forth, we at least looked at them as, like, you know, decent, good, useful in appropriate situations for challenge modes. Like, I use Silver Surfer a lot for AQ. You know, Odin has been good for a lot of Eternity fights, stuff like that. Some people, you know, use him elsewhere too. Nobody's using Serpent. I still remember the days of Idealist where he basically kind of got his channel off the ground by using Sentry and making life much harder for himself. And he did a solid job with it, but objectively, he's just not a good champion. Now, though, Kabam does have an opportunity to fix that. And I hope they do. I really. So far, the buffs for these glorious guardians have been solid. None of them have been like crazy, though. That is, though, when these champions do arrive as 7 stars, I do expect further kind of retrospect on these buffs, and communities likely going to invest more in these champions than they currently do. But let's face it, we haven't seen, Purgatory do too much, even though Purgatory does have potential because she's a serpent counter. Not necessarily in Battlegrounds, though. Then, Medusa, hardly see her. Black Panther, Civil War, we haven't seen like an immediate bump with that guy either. But all is not lost. We still have 3 champions to go. And maybe, just maybe, Kabam's gonna make a couple of those champions meta dominant. Because remember, all 6 of these buffs will be in a special crystal pool, likely for the banquet event, and people will have the chance to obtain them, from these special crystals. And that's probably going to be the only way where we are going to be able to get them for a while. Eventually they will enter the base pool, but God knows when that's going to be. That said, though, we do have a few more things to look from MCOC player. The most important thing is you should remember that and understand is that Kabam can change everything, remove something, change something. Data mine does not guarantee that everything will be exactly as someone described it or that it will appear at all. Just it doesn't matter many leaks I make, I still doubt them, although damn, they indicated this, so they are working on it still. I will doubt it even if I receive information that will come true in 95% of the cases. I actually have decent amount of information about the 2025 champions as well as other information like Autumn of Agony. And here's going to be the interesting thing. Somebody asked, is somebody from this list coming in 2025? So we have 10 Athena, Captain Carter, Morph, Goblin Queen, The Maker, Mr. Fantastic, Iron Hammer, Black Swan, Exodus, Requiem, Weapon Hex, Diamond Patch, Ghost Panther, Wenwu, Sister Grimm, Spider-Man India, Scarlet Spider, Polaris. And MCOC player replied with yes. So that is going to be the speculation, so to speak, of this video. How do you think which one of these, or maybe more of these, we will see in 2025? And the secondary question to all of you, excited for that Sentry buff. See you soon. Bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about